Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, January 22nd, 2013. This is Texan TV News from Charlton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I'm Ian Traub. Today's headlines: Residential Living and Learning hosts the first ever sock hop at Tarleton. A Tarleton student has been charged with sexual assault. Texas on-time high school graduation rates are up. The New Mexico teen accused of killing his family had homicidal and suicidal thoughts. The British Ministry of Defense says Prince Harry will be returning home. In weekend sports, the Texans triumphed while the Texans struggled in today's weather. In campus news, according to Texan News Service staff writer Alyssa Wynn, Residential Living and Learning hosted its first ever sock hop on Saturday night. RL&L decided to bring back the popular 1950s dance party as a welcome back party for the students this week. Students left their shoes in the bleachers and swarmed onto the volleyball court to dance to a variety of music from hip-hop to country. Residential leaders were on hand to hand out a variety of brightly colored socks to the 150 students in attendance. In more campus news, Tarleton police reports show an arrest has been made in the case of a sexual assault of a woman on campus January 16th. According to the Tarleton Police Department's crime log, the assault took place in Bender Hall, an all-male residential facility. According to the Stephenville Empire Tribune, Tarleton Assistant Vice President of Communications Janice Horak said that the complainant and the suspect were acquaintances, and this was not a case of stranger-on-stranger assault. Horak declined further comment because the incident is still under investigation. According to the Erath County Sheriff's jail log, Dakota Franks Duty has been held on a charge of sexual assault on a bond of $30,000 in the Erath County Jail since 5:55 a.m. on Monday. According to Duty's Facebook page, he is a former student of Godley High School and is a current Tarleton student and employee of Stephenville Restaurant. And now, today's state, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, a new federal study shows that the four-year high school graduation rate in Texas climbed to almost 79% in 2009 to 2010, which is just above the national average. The National Center for Education Statistics released a report Tuesday that showed freshman four-year graduation rates rose from 73.1% in 2006 and 7. The national on-time graduation rate was 78.2%, which is the highest since 1976. Vermont led the nation with 91.4%, and Nevada was at the bottom with a 57.8% rate. In November, Texas posted a four-year graduation rate of 86% for the class of 2011. Iowa led the nation with 88%. In national news, the nation celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. Day as President Barack Obama celebrated the start of his second term on Monday. The National Mall was filled with anywhere between 800,000 to 1 million people. It was also a star-studded event attended by the likes of Eva Longoria and Katy Perry, who attended and performed respectively. The Kennedy Center Sunday night. Performers at the inauguration included James Taylor singing America the Beautiful, Kelly Clarkson singing My Country 'Tis of Thee, and Beyoncé singing the national anthem. At the inaugural ball, the president and his wife, Michelle, were serenaded by Jennifer Hudson singing Al Green's Let's Stay Together. Performers at the other inaugural balls included Alicia Keys singing a rendition of her song Girl on Fire, and Stevie Wonder performing Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours. Obama had his own way of mixing his inauguration with the celebration of King's birthday by using King's Bible to be sworn in. Obama said it was a privilege to take the oath of office using a Bible that had been owned by the civil rights icon. King's Bible was one of two used during the inauguration. The other Bible belonged to Abraham Lincoln. While being surrounded by political powerhouses and celebrities, many congratulations came from outside the nation's capital as well, one of which coming from former President George H.W. Bush. President Bush and his wife Barbara sent the Obama family their best wishes and prayers in a statement Monday. Today, Obama embarks on the first day of his second term. He now goes into that term with a divided Congress, dueling over the federal debt ceiling, federal spending cuts, immigration overhaul, and gun control. Obama made it clear during his inauguration speech that this term is the time for action. Also in national news, the AP reports that the New Mexico teen accused of killing his parents and three younger siblings told authorities that he had also been having suicidal thoughts. Nehemiah Griego, age 15, was still in custody Monday on charges of murder and child abuse resulting in death. Griego was arrested following the shooting Saturday. The shooting took place at a home in a rural area southwest of Albuquerque where he lived with his family. The teen allegedly told detectives he took a .22 caliber rifle from his parents' closet and killed his mother, brother, and two sisters. He then told detectives he took an AR-15 rifle from his parents' closet and killed his father when he returned home. The teen then told detectives that he reloaded the guns so that he could drive to a populated area and shoot people at random and eventually be killed while exchanging gunfire with law enforcement. A records check by the Children, Youth, and Families Department showed no trouble with the Griego family, and that Nehemiah had never been in trouble with the law. In international news, the British Ministry of Defense revealed Monday that Prince Harry is returning from a 5-month deployment to Afghanistan, where he served as an Apache helicopter pilot with the Army Air Corps. The prince described feeling bored, frustrated, and satisfied during his tour, where he supported ground troops against the Taliban. Harry said it's hard to balance his work with his royal life, but said that it is easy to forget who he is when he's in the Army because everyone is wearing the same uniform and doing the same type of thing. In sports news, the Charlton Texans beat the West Texas A&M Buffs 65-50 Saturday night in their first home game of the season. The Texans are now 3-5 in conference play and snapped a 4-game losing streak. Chuck Guy led the Texans with 22 points, scoring 8 points in the last minute. The Texans play again on the road against the Texas A&M Commerce Lions on January 29th at 4 p.m. The Charlton Texans dropped their first home game of the season 60-70 to the West Texas A&M Lady Buffs Saturday night. The Texans are now 7-2 in conference play, but the loss snapped their 18-game home winning streak. Texans have lost 2 of their last 3 games and return to play Wednesday night against Texas Women's University at 6 p.m. at Wisdom Gym. And now today's weather. According to the Weather Channel, expect today to be partly cloudy with a high of 59 degrees and a low of 43 with a 10% chance of rain. Today's broadcast was produced by Landon Haston and Houston Hall. The engineer was Matthew Mills. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and follow Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Ian Traub. Tune in tomorrow for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Bleed purple, and as always, you stay classy, Tarleton State.